Good morning. It's 8 a.m. on Wednesday, the 18th of March, and Nikki and I are a couple of giddy kippers this morning because we have got three of the stars from The Boat That Rocked joining us on the couch for a chat. But if you're intrigued as to what this film is all about, here's a little teaser to get you going before we go in for a chinwag.
And the bride is blushing now as the groom is gazing into her eyes. You can almost see Cupid fluttering his wings above their heads. Oh, no, there was a seagull. Shut up.
I now declare you man and stunning wife. You may now kiss the bride.
Ah, yes, the horse will over.
Well, the three wise men you see before you are Chris O'Dowd, we have got Tom Sturridge and Nick Frost. Gentlemen, welcome to the Boat.
Thanks so much for having us.
We are in that film, despite what that clip is.
I know, I'm sorry, guys. We had a little bit of trouble finding clips with no naughty words in for this morning.
I see.
So that's the one we settled on.
And you'll find out now in a second why.
Chris, who plays Simple Simon on the show, one of the DJs, that's you getting married.
That ends well.
Yes, about 17 hours, in fact. Gentlemen, the story takes place on a ship in the North Sea. You're a pirate radio station during the early 60s. Is that pretty much the premise of the film, Nick?
Yes.
Good.
Well, you've been all morning.
It was, you know, in the 60s there wasn't very much rock and roll played on the radio. In fact, not like an hour a week. So these people set up pirate radio stations in old ships and old sea forts in the North Sea and just banged out rock and roll 24/7. And I think at the height of it, they were getting kind of 25 million people listening like a day or something
like
crazy.
The show this morning.
Yeah.
Yes, very much like this morning's show. Thanks, Chris.
That's all right.
We like you already. We went to see it last night, as you said, and we're not just saying it because it's absolutely hilarious.
Oh,
From literally
thank
the
you.
second we got in, there was laugh-out-loud moments, wasn't there? And there's some great one-liners.
There was a lot of giddy kippers.
Yeah. You like that, don't you?
I really did. I'm going to latch on to that. You're going to find that that's just going to become part of my everyday speech.
All day.
You should. Gentlemen, this is a Richard Curtis film, and I've got to be honest, I was a bit surprised, only because I don't know, without being disparaging to Mr. Curtis, I kind of think of Notting Hill, floppy-haired, plum-tongued actors who patrol the streets. Don't point at yourself.
Hello.
But no,
What part shocked you?
But as Nicky said, you know, this is naughty language, it's provocative stuff, you know, and also the 60s dealing with drugs, rock and roll, and dare I say, sex.
Dare you say
Yeah,
sex?
I just did.
You did? Wow. It's a bit early for sex.
So, I mean, what enticed you guys to come in? Was it the film? Was it him? Was it the plot? Was it the money?
Pay me. Yeah, the money, you know. Big 10-figure deal. Yeah, I'll be Ben Sherman shirts all the way. You know, so
Yeah.
He is living the life.
How does the whole process work? Obviously, you'll probably get given the scripts, have a read-through, see if it's something you like. At that stage, do you know who else is going to be in the film? Because aside from the greatly written script, there is a wonderful cast involved in this. We've got some big names. Do you know at the stage when you get the scripts who else is going to be in the lineup?
You know, some of them. I'd heard that the big Nick was in, and then I was on board, so that was enough for me. And then Phil Hoffman came in quite late, and Bill Nighy, and Rhys Ifans, and Rhys Darby. And they were all on quite early.
Yeah.
Fantastic cast. I mean, Kenneth Branagh, Emma Thompson, Bill Nighy, as you mentioned, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
These guys.
Yeah, these
Yes.
Yeah. So, Tom, how do you feel about coming in? You've got kind of like a lot of kind of the old guard of English actors on the silver screen coming in. Were they encouraging? Did they help you? Was it kind of you left to your own devices?
No, they were incredibly encouraging. I mean, obviously at the beginning it was completely terrifying.
I bet.
And I didn't really know what to do. But you know, I think everyone was sort of kind and open, and I just think I was so proud to be a part of that group. Really.
Oh, you well. Are these two like your big brothers then? Have you been looking after you?
May I say, Nick, as well, you have the best sideys I've seen for quite some time in the film.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel about the costumes, the clothes? Because, I mean, it is quintessentially 60s, and there are some fantastic outfits. I think you get a bit of a raw deal at times.
Oh, do you think?
At times.
Well,
Bill Nighy gets the best outfits.
Yeah,
of course.
Well,
he insists on it.
There were no high and mighty stores back then in the 60s, so most of my clothes were handmade. So it's whenever you get to slip into a a handmade cardigan with leather patches. It's what a pleasure, what a job.
You guys obviously on the promotional tour at the moment. It's not out until April the 1st. Is it usually you three that go around together, the three amigos?
Yeah, we like to think of ourselves as the three that said yes.
How many times have you got to watch the film back? Because I would imagine, what's that stage like? When you filmed it sort of out of sequence and all over the show, actually watching it back, what's that process like for you?
It's quite nervy at first. You know, the first time you watch it, I think you probably watch just yourself. And if you can watch it the first time and not watch just yourself, it probably means that it's going to be, you know, quite good. Do you know what I mean? Because there's enough going on, and, you know, Chris is there and Tom, and you're looking at Bill Nighy and Philip Seymour Hoffman. So, you know, it is quite nerve-wracking.
Bit surreal.
It is, but I think it's often quite difficult to watch. To watch a film and think, oh, we had chicken that day, or you know, you can think about other things other than just the story.
Obviously, apart from the fantastic cast, the fantastic comic performances, and the interaction between you guys, what I really enjoy is the music as well. It's a fantastic playlist of tracks.
Yeah.
Are you listening to the music on set? Do you get any? Do you get that sense of the '60s coming through whilst you're kind of rehearsing?
When we were on the deck of the boat, they played 60s tunes out over the, whatever you call it.
PA.
What would you call that?
PA. Yeah.
PA. Yeah. Call it like that. I think people got what I meant by that.
Yeah. I knew what you
that
meant.
was enough.
International symbol. PA.
Yeah, international symbol.
I think
for
it's
PA.
sound, isn't it?
It's sound.
Sound waves.
Yeah.
I think
That came out over the PA, and that really got everybody in the mood, in the groove.
There was a lot of music.
A lot of music.
Kind of constantly.
Well, Nick, Tom and Chris, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us this morning. The Boat That Rocked is out on April the 1st, and that's no joke.
No joke.
Do you like that?
at all?
I didn't
No.
No.
Thanks again.
No, sorry, I didn't actually get that.
April the 1st.
All day.
Oh, I see.
It's gone now, Byron. It's gone. Lads, thank you very much for coming in. Thoroughly enjoyable
Thanks
film.
for having us. Go and see the film.
Yay!
Go and see
I'll
it.
second that.
She's actually very good, surprisingly so. Right, let's get the news now, James Webster.